We're on, Suk.
We are live.
We're live.
All right.
Suka, we're live.
We're live. You're getting nothing like a glass of water.
Suki, the water here in Westchester, New York is just, it's second to none.
It's finer than most
we have a
areas.
spring right outside. And I was literally just out back. Cold comes right off the mountains. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. Let me just...
another Thursday. Share it up, everybody. Joining us here on the Suki and Scott Show. And boy,
Hold
it's
on,
just
Suk.
one of those days. It's one of those days. The weather doesn't stop.
We just got
It's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold. I don't know where you are joining us from, but as always, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on our Facebook show, and we keep growing.
Yes. Hold on, I'm just sharing us.
Yeah. There's so much going on and so much goodness, and the fact that you guys have been with us all these years, 3 years and counting, 800 shows.
400. Suk.
Okay, we'll get
800 guests.
800 guests, 400 shows. I mean, that's a lot.
We'll be at 800 before you know
I think
it.
we'll be at 800 in like 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, you think?
Maybe more than that. Maybe more than that. I mean, maybe more than that. But it's been just quite a ride, Scott Stanford. It's been quite a ride to get on this train.
It is, Suk. I'm just looking for something, Suk, and I can't find it.
You can't find it?
Are we on? We're on, right?
All of our friends are joining us, right?
Are we
Sherry
definitely
Hedrick,
on? Is everybody in?
Saying hello.
We are live.
Jeff, can't hear you, bud.
We can't hear.
We are on? Okay.
Yeah.
We are live.
I don't see it. Oh, here it is. The Suki and Scott show is live. All right. I just want to make sure. Okay, we're good.
Is live.
All right, Suker.
So hopefully everybody will share it up. Share it up.
See, look,
you're live.
We're live.
We're
Jeff,
live.
I heard Jeff.
Who's in? Let's see. Ann Rothney is there.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Say hello to some of our friends.
Sharon Olson, our crack booker.
Sharon Olson is here.
Yvonne Burns, Jen Schroeder, Cherry Hetry.
I said hello to Cherry because I know she's always there. Yvonne Burns is there.
Doesn't Neil Diamond have a song, Oh, Cherry, or is that Sherry?
It's Sherry.
Sherry?
I think so.
Cherry.
Cherry would know.
You're thinking of the Four Seasons.
Sherry, baby. But it's Cherry, our friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Suki and Scott show rolling along. We are live this afternoon here on this beautiful Thursday in the New York area.
Everybody's feeling good. Hopefully everyone's feeling good. But
we're a little upset today.
I know.
We're a little upset. Before we actually start the show, we have one of our good friends, good friend of the show, a guy that we know going all the way back to our 6-11 days. Jerry Springer passed away last night. We loved Jerry Springer. He was one of our first guests when Suki and I started doing this show, and we were playing around just on Zoom. Right there he is. There's the big man. When we were playing around on Zoom, I reached out to Jerry and said, hey, man, come on with us. We're starting the show. Absolutely. Jerry did anything for us. He always came into picks because Springer was on picks 11 in New York. So he was always hanging out with us.
So I have so many memories and we used to play all these games about, with Jerry.
Yeah.
Name the show. Is it real or is it fake?
Right. We used to give him headlines. We used to give him
and
crazy headlines that were either from his show or we made up.
Yeah.
Right. Like, just the, the hooker from so-and-so, just the stupidest headline. He would have to, because he had so many shows, he couldn't remember which were
25 years on the air with the Jerry show and all the spinoffs. Obviously, Steve Wilkos is one of those spinoffs. And then he had
Judge
Jerry show that was out. I mean, honestly, everyone thinks that Jerry's so multifaceted.
Yeah. Smart man.
Smart businessman, but also just a good friend. He has supported us from the get-go.
Yeah, and he'll do anything. He always would do anything he wanted to. For example, he came on the show a couple of times after we actually started branching out and getting onto all the distribution. And one time he was on, and we're like, Jer, we know you love to sing Elvis, right? And here's what he did. Watch. Yeah, listen, Jer, let's start out with Elvis, and then we'll go from there. Go ahead.
Oh, love me tender, love me true, never let me go. Oh, my darling, I love you, and I always will. Oh, love me tender,
Jeff, thanks for coming on, bud. We'll talk to you soon.
See you next time. Y'all come back now, you hear?
You come back now, you hear?
Oh, man.
Great,
I mean,
right?
Oh, just one of the nicest. Just one of the nicest people.
I saw that this morning, and I was like, you know, when you read
I
someone,
know,
and I'm like,
I was
what?
like 79 years old. Jerry
Is this
was
real?
79 years old.
Yeah. So.
And you know, just another reason to just kind of keep, you know, time sometimes is short and limited. You know.
Yep.
He loved his grandson. He was known as Opa, and I just love that part of Jerry that you get to see the sunshine in his eyes when he was talking about his grandson, and you know, and he was there for like. I have pictures on my Instagram page for every kid. His like hands are like, that wasn't me.
On your belly. And anytime with Souk, when I was before you and I were together and I was doing sports at night.
Yep.
Hey, Jerry, you want to come co-host the show? The Yankees are playing the Red Sox. And he always there. What time you need me? And we would have the best time. So rest in peace, Jerry Springer. You know, the Jerry Springer show, as crazy as it was, that'll live on forever.
It'll live on forever.
And you know, if you only knew him watching that show and you didn't know the real guy, one of the sweetest men you'll ever meet. And from all the people that are posting today, you see no one has a bad thing to say.
Nothing
about Jerry Springer. He got it. He knew what he was doing was just pure entertainment.
Yep.
And he never took anything or himself seriously.
Yeah, or anything for granted.
Yeah.
By that way.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you today. David Hernandez is here. He of American Idol, pop star. The guy is, I mean, he's in Naked Boys singing right now on Broadway. Souk. David Hernandez. He's got abs like me, Suki. Jeff, put up David Hernandez for a second. Show Suki. You know, let me get Suki pumped up
totally
for this.
Aspirational.
Souk, there you go.
Very
There's Dave.
aspirational.
Not looking bad. He and I are on the same workout diet
it's like
program.
you when you're with your wife at
you
night.
know,
You put on the
absolutely. Suspenders. I'm a fireman. Who knows? Anyway, David Hernandez is here. He's got new music
he's
out.
Talented. So talented.
Yeah, so talented. Like I said, he finished top 12 in American
12,
Idol on
7.
his season. And then, you know, you talk about talent. Mia Asano's coming up with the electric violin. There's Dave singing, but Mia's coming up and just she'll come up later on. And she is just absolutely insanely talented.
I mean, any song that you could think of, she could play it.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the show. We'll hit the start of this bad boy, and we are off and running. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funniest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
Suki and Scott, that's 7 of hearts. Exactly.
This is a sexy show.
Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
I answered you because I have respect for you guys, and it was a question respectfully put.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor.
You like De Niro and Cape Fear. Counselor!
Entertainment.
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
And optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Ultraviolet light, it gets in there and it just fights the kung flu. Is that right? Okay.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
That's the best intro for a show I maybe have ever seen. Your intro is fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling along. Show number 402 here on the Suki and Scott Show. Souk, what's going on, babe?
I'm just having a great day. How about you?
You know, I look forward to Thursdays. I love when we get together. I love when we expose amazing talent to the rest of the world.
Listen, we've got two exceptionally, wonderfully talented young people. I mean, like, talk about the next generation of musicians. We definitely have the next generation of musicians.
Absolutely.
And they're doing their thing, and they're doing it at a very high level, performing at an incredibly high level.
David Hernandez coming up. He was on American Idol, singer-songwriter. He's got new music out. Right now, he's currently, I think until the end of the month, he'll clear it up for me, off Broadway in Naked Boys Singing, Souk. When I say Naked Boys Singing, It's literally naked boys singing.
We have to ask him a couple of things about that.
Yeah, so you got to be in a fairly good shape, Suki. They wouldn't let into that show, but David Hernandez is knocking them dead, and
Saggy boys swinging.
Saggy boys swinging, right? I was just about to say something I'd have to edit out.
I know, exactly.
And then Mia Asano's coming up. She's a young lady who's really, when it comes to the electric violin, one of the most talented girls I've ever seen. So.
I mean, you have to see what she can do with this electric violin.
Yeah,
it's
wild.
She, you know, everybody talks about one fiddle song, and everybody knows that fiddle song, right?
Yeah, Devil Went Down in Georgia.
In fact, she got so many requests of it
she
does it.
Yeah, she just
as an
answered.
encore.
Yeah, and she banged it. She was like, I
was like, wow.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. So she's coming up in just a little bit. But Suk, first off, I got a little surprise for you because with this show, you and I, you remember in Scarface when Tony Montana they roll up to the bank, up to the bank in the Brinks truck because they're making the money's just flowing in, and the song "Push It to the Limit."
Yeah,
Suki. You and I, similar to that, rolling up to we are making so much money from this particular program, ladies and gentlemen, that I have a surprise for you because we have worked so hard over the last 3 years to get the show where it needs to be.
Yeah.
I rented us a house in the Hamptons.
Stop
Suki.
it.
Yeah, I rented us a house in the Hamptons from Memorial Day to Labor Day. The good news is
that you're going.
You and I are going to split it. You get a month, I get a month. The good news is I looked at our bank account.
We can't afford it.
And I took out a loan because it's only $2.5 million for the summer.
How much is it?
Jeff, throw up a picture of the house I rented for us for Suki and I. Suk, that's
a lot for $2.5 million.
This is the most expensive rental in the Hamptons this summer, Suk.
Look at that,
$2 million. It's a $43 million mansion if you were to buy it.
$1 million a month.
$1 million a month.
I mean, it's sick.
It's unbelievable. It's an East End summer rental, and you've got a pool. I think there's a bowling alley in here.
God,
there's the pool room with the TV there on the side.
Look at that.
And it is just absolutely insane. There's a little pool room you get. So $2 mil. Here's the thing: if you're gonna drop $2 mil on a rental, look at the sauna room. Oh, Suki, do you know what kind of females I could meet if I had a house like this in the Hamptons for the summer?
I would think your wife.
At least my wife's friends would all come and hang out with us.
All your wife's friends would be happy to come. Look at the manicured lawn.
Yeah.
Can you imagine standing on that patio?
It's wild.
And just looking out and thinking to yourself, like, is this real?
It's 28,000 square feet, 11
There's the bowling
bedrooms. Alley. There's your bowling alley. 14 bathrooms, Sudi. Are you Sudi?
Suki.
Because I was looking at
nice
five powder rooms. Five powder rooms in there in case you need powder.
Look at the basketball court.
Yeah, little.
Okay, why does it have a Brooklyn Nets one? It's
why?
Really interesting.
The guy who owns the Nets probably owns the house.
Oh my God, I was going to say that's a little telltale.
Yeah,
Brooklyn
so there you go, Sue.
Are you sure this is not Jay-Z?
No, it's not Jay-Z, and I just wanted to surprise you with that because
$2 million.
$2 million.
I mean, talk about lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So I went into our account. I took out the $350 we had, and then I added it. For the security deposit, I added it to a loan against your home, and we're good to go. So that's where we will be. Yeah, we're going to do the show from the Hamptons out there all summer long.
I've never been to the Hamptons.
You've never been? Really?
No. Is that crazy?
We've got some friends who have a house we glom onto once in a while.
I've been invited so many times, and I'm just like, it's
insane. It's insane.
It's a lot of money.
Not even just the scene. It's like being in like Bel Air in Hollywood. It's wild, Suk. It's like you wonder, other than like multimillionaire celebrity types, each house you're like, wow, what does that person do for a living? They're probably mostly financial people.
Yeah.
But it is just, I mean, every house and just to rent.
Are there any old people there?
Yeah, there's sections.
Yeah.
There's some old money, there's some new money, and even just to rent the smallest place in the Hamptons, you're looking at about $200,000, $50,000 for a month. But that's like a 2-bedroom. Maybe you get a pool in the back. 2,500 square feet type of house.
2,500 square feet for $50,000.
Yeah, $50,000.
And you have to rent the month.
You have to rent for the whole month. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It
unbelievable.
doesn't go on a week by week.
No,
lease?
no. Well, some do, but some people rent month by month.
Wow.
So if you own a home in the Hamptons, you're raking it in just on rentals.
Right.
But anyway,
I feel like I always get invited. This year, I think I'm.
You got to do. Just do it.
The invitation of going. They live in East Hampton.
Yeah.
Right on the beach. Why am I not going?
It's fantastic.
Why am I
really
not
is
going?
a lot of fun. You just make sure you drink enough, and it's all good.
Yeah.
Beautiful towns, great restaurants, lots of places to have fun, and like I said, you drive around and you're like, oh my God.
Well, for $2 million,
$2 million on a rental.
Of your dreams for a summer house.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, David Hernandez, he of American Idol, pop star, singer, songwriter. He's coming up next. Here's a little bit of music from his new tunes, and then we'll bring him in on the other side. Watch this.
I hide my pain from strangers I meet. Distract me. Anxiety makes it so hard to breathe. And I know that I'll be okay. I've made it through worse. God, hear my prayers. A deep breath from 10 to 1. Open my eyes and see there's nothing wrong, but oh, it's wrong. When it rains, it pours.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, Super.
What's up, guys?
Fix your mic.
You guys are hilarious, by the way.
Jeff says your mic's too far away. You got to just move it up.
Move it up.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on, Dave. This is the Raw show. It's Raw. None of us mixed it in.
We're coming
Wait,
back out.
Dave, ready? Let's start again. We just came out of your song. Okay.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, little pause. Oh, Dave. Very nice. Very nice. I'm sorry. What'd you say again? I missed that, Dave.
I said you guys are hilarious, and I got to second Eric Roberts on that when in the intro. That was probably one of the coolest intros I've seen. You guys picked all the right clips for that intro. Everyone sounds like so excited to be here. So I got to be really excited too.
And you know what? You just made the next iteration of the intro because you said we're so fun.
Yeah.
You're in, my friend. You're in. What's going on, man? How's everything going?
You look great, David.
Man, thank you so much. It's the lighting. I'm telling you, it's all about lighting. I face the window. I'm overlooking North Central Park right now. I have 3 days left in New York. It's literally flown by so quick. And I'm going to miss it. I got to say, like, I'm a little emotional kind of going. I've been like tearing up here and there because I'm like, oh, I mean, I can always come back to New York, but it's different when you live here and you're doing an off-Broadway production and shows.
Yeah.
It's a cool experience.
How long was the run for the off-Broadway show?
It's still going when I leave, but my contract, because I have other obligations, I'm going to Europe next month, and then I'm doing a bunch of different prides for this summer. But I started March 18th, and my last show is this Saturday, and then I leave back to Los Angeles and go back on the road.
Naked Boys Singing. You were also in the Las Vegas version. You're in the New York off-Broadway version, I believe, right near Hell's Kitchen. So, Dave, literally, you got, because I was looking for some pictures to put up of you guys. Some guys are just in underwear. Some guys are totally naked. So are you guys, is it full frontal nudity when you guys are singing up there on the stage?
Yeah, so the show's been around for 20-some years. There's been different iterations of the show, but it is a fully nude show. There's nothing sexual about it at all. It's a musical comedy that, like I said, been around for a long time. Honestly, we've had so many different walks of life. I've had friends, I've had family come. Like, you forget that we're naked 5 minutes into the show because it's just so funny. But it is an adjustment it was an adjustment for me back in Vegas when I did it, because I had never been fully naked in front of like a theater audience before. So it's
I know, right.
It's an adjustment. You see what he said there?
Yeah, exactly.
It's an adjustment,
yeah. You're so funny. But what I was thinking about was also, what are you thinking about when you're out there? Or do you not even?
Gotta be. Well, listen,
you're so secure, like it just doesn't even.
Body positivity to the max.
It honestly, you're so secure at that point. The only thing I'm thinking about are, because it's really, some of the songs are really wordy. So I'm thinking about my lyrics and the costume changes, because backstage is pitch black. So I'm literally with my phone, I'm like this, trying to find my next costume. There's nothing glamorous about theater, really, when you're backstage frantically like trying to not look disheveled for the audience and get your stuff together. So yeah, the last thing on my mind is being naked. As a matter of fact, like the other day I was packing up my bag to go to the theater for the show. And I was like, what am I missing? And I'm like, David, it's a fully nude show. You're not missing anything. You literally are you're completely naked. So yeah, it's been such a wild ride. And you know, now we have different walks of life in the show too. Dom Giovanni is the newest member of the cast, and he's all about body positivity. So like when you look at the show, different people can see themselves on stage, but I think it's really important to have representation these days.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Now, do you guys listen, as you guys, if I'm in a room or on a stage with you know, guys or friends, and we're all singing naked, that's going to be pretty hard not to laugh.
Yeah, we laugh.
As a comedy, I guess you guys, anything goes, or do you got to sing the songs and sing them the way they're supposed to be?
You do. You have to. Theater's very regimented, as you guys know. There's not a whole lot of room for embellishments and riffs and runs. And I'm an R&B pop singer, so you know, I started off musical theater, so I knew that going into it. But it's an adjustment, and so there are moments where we break character on stage because somebody will be over the top with like a line they deliver, and we're just like, okay, that was. But I think those are the moments, kind of like Jimmy Fallon on SNL when he was back on SNL. Like when he would break character, like those are the moments the audience is like, oh my God, I can relate to that. They're actually the funniest moments, I think. They're not encouraged by our director or producer all the time, but then when they do happen, they're just, you know, few and far between.
Okay, I got to get you tickets to see Naked Boys sing. You
yeah.
got to get there with your
we'll
girlfriend.
Go with Lauren.
We'll get Lauren.
You're going to see me come.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to ask, did you ever imagine, you know, that tryout at American Idol would have then like launched your career and then moved you through the phases when you tried out for it? I mean, look at how young you were, David.
I know. I was like a little tiny baby. I wish I could give him
representing the state of Arizona right there.
Yeah, Arizona's that's my home state, my hometown. To answer your question, no, I didn't even want to audition for the show. I had just gotten dropped from my record label, and my manager at the time was like, you should audition. And I thought the American Idol was just such a gimmick. And so the whole auditioning process, I just kept making it, and I didn't really care. And I think that's sort of when things, I don't know, for some reason, when you just when you're not so stressed about things, they tend to happen for you a little bit better. I wasn't stressed at all. I was just like, whatever, if I make it, cool. If not, I'll go back to writing my own music and all that kind of stuff. So it was, to make the top 12 was wild to me. And then to open for like John Legend at the inauguration for Obama was crazy. To be on tours, I mean, it just feels like I keep upping the ante as the years go on, which is, I don't know, it kind of sometimes becomes stressful because you're like, what am I going to do next? And it's like, man, you forget what you've already done. You got to pinch.
I was going to ask you about the inauguration. So you opened up for John Legend. That was at like the nighttime party, I assume.
That was actually, that was a nighttime party for Norman Lear's Declare Yourself. So it was like John Legend, Jessica Alba, Maroon 5, Adam Levine was there. We were all sharing like these partitioned dressing rooms in like a banquet room of a hotel. And I was just like, I just got off American Idol. Like, what am I doing? I've had imposter syndrome because I'm like, what am I doing here? These people have sold millions of records and I was just on TV. So I don't know. It was definitely, like Suki said, like pinch yourself. And I still pinch myself to this day.
What did you pick? Was it just one song? What did you pick to open up with?
No, it was a song called Born Again American that we all sang. There was like 4 of us together that sang the song right before John Legend and Maroon 5 went on stage. So it was like, it was just all about being an American and being proud of where you're from and proud of our country. And it was really, really cool. It was a great experience.
Do you remember how it went at all?
It went amazing. It went amazing.
No, I mean the song. You remember how the song goes?
Oh, God, no. I have it on my laptop though, but I don't remember. I mean, this was also like how many years ago?
It's a long time ago.
2000, which depending on which one was it 2008 or was it 2012? But like what I'm curious about is we're so used to having front row seats when it comes to like historical things. We've been news people and we've covered a lot of news stories. What was it like for you to have a front row seat as a young person, and to see that on that level? I would have, that would have been like something that I would have loved to have been a part of.
You mean for the inauguration?
Yeah.
Well, it was crazy because there was Secret Service and security everywhere. That was also the same night that Beyonce was there, so I couldn't tell if Secret Service was there because of Beyonce or was it because of Beyonce or because of the president or for both. So it was, and a lot of it was like it kind of flew by so quick, to be honest. Like they rushed us into the fitting rooms, or dressing rooms, and then they rushed us onto the stage, and then it was like rush us to the after party. And so it was like, some of it, I honestly feel like I might have blacked out during that whole year. I would have. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm a little Mexican boy that comes from a town called Guadalupe, Arizona.
Wow.
And my grandparents were immigrants. They built one of the first homes in that city. So when we lived with them for a long time until I was like 8 or 9 years old. So I come from super humble beginnings. My dad's a truck driver. My mom's a nurse. So to be on that platform, and that's the beauty of American Idol, is you can be like anybody from any walk of life and make it to superstardom. So I never saw that for myself, honestly. It's not like I had like low expectations, but I always wanted to be a doctor and go to college, and and then I had my first chemistry class in college, and I was like, nope, I'm not being a doctor.
Good.
Definitely not happening. So I picked a singer instead. Turns out I was okay at it.
Do you remember what song you auditioned with on American Idol?
Yes, and it's kind of embarrassing, but I'll be honest with you. It was called "A Change Is Gonna Come."
That's a great song.
By Sam Cooke. But I didn't understand. I just thought it sounded good with my voice. I didn't understand the gravity of the song and what it really meant. And I remember Joe Willis, who worked for 19 Entertainment. He was in the room, and he's like, "What does that song mean to you?" And I was like, I just think my voice sounds good. He goes, "No, wrong answer. That song is about civil rights. It's so much deeper than that." And from that moment, I never sang that song again. And he had me sing like 4 different songs. I think one of them was "I Believe I Can Fly." And then I sang a Rascal Flatts song, "I'm Moving On." So I sang like 5 or 6 different songs through the course of my auditions. And the one they aired was "Ain't Too Proud to Beg."
Great. Can you want it? Would you bless us with like 15, 20 seconds of that?
Yeah, sure. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I had to beg a plea for your sympathy, I don't mind. You mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg. Oh, no, no. Please don't leave me, girl.
Don't you know?
And then I was snapping during that. Simon was like, "Davey, the snapping."
So good. So good. And you got the song we led you in with, "When It Rains, It Pours." That's your latest single that's out right now?
Yeah, that's the latest single. It's off my latest EP. And I picked that single because I'm a huge advocate of mental health. I have a podcast coming out shortly, and also a docuseries that centers around mental health, men's mental health, and sort of like the stigma and shame that surrounds it, and how I want to kind of break down those barriers. And I think, "When It Rains, It Pours" is so relatable because sometimes when you're in that mental spiral, it's like really hard to see yourself out of that. And I'm a huge advocate for therapy and for self-care and all that kind of stuff, which I don't always get right, but at least when you put it out there, other people can say, "Oh my God, I feel that way too. How did you get through it?" Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to reach young people, and especially about mental health and reaching out when you have issues with dealing with anxiety, depression, whatever is overwhelming you at the time. You don't
addiction
even have to
for some people.
Exactly. You don't even have to put a label on it. It could be just today is bothering me, and because you don't understand what's coming at you. I think it's really important. I just saw a documentary on Netflix called Stutz, STUTZ.
I love that documentary. Yeah, with Jonah Hill.
With Jonah Hill, and talk about Jonah Hill peeling back the layers. And
when he dropped that scream, that was amazing. I was like, yes, now we can relate to you, really.
Yes. Yeah.
It was
and also the journey he's been on, the journey that he's been on in Hollywood, and how he felt about himself, and how he's feeling about himself now. And just that, that there is another side to it all. You can get to the other side and manage it. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to define you.
Absolutely. And I think the pandemic showed us that even more so. A lot of people we know or knew through other people didn't make it through to the other side. And I think it's so important to just talk about the way you're feeling and not feel ashamed of it, because again, like I said, like you open the door for other people to share their stories and you all can connect in like just such a great way. It needs to be normalized, just like therapy and people talking about mental health, you know?
Yeah, you guys are watching mental health documentaries. I'm watching Beef with Ali Wong.
Wait, I saw that too, and that's amazing. I had to go watch this. I had to go watch a mental health documentary after that because I was like, oh,
it was pretty funny. By the way, and Ali Wong, I was just watching last night. She's also a stand-up comedian. She is dirty. We're talking Andrew Dice Clay dirty.
Is she really?
If you see her stand-up special on Netflix, you got this little lady, you know, looks just like she did in Beef.
Okay.
Got the little ponytails going, and she is dirty.
Okay, I haven't started Beef yet.
So
it's not my thing to see.
Yeah, no, Beef is great. Dave, you started.
Make sure you don't have a lot of caffeine when you're watching Beef, because you'll be like talk about anxiety. You'll be like, oh my god.
Yeah, there's a few anxious moments in that especially the last couple episodes. You started singing when you were real young.
Yeah.
What was there a particular time, a particular song that you got really down pat that you can remember way back when you were a kid that you actually, you know, you thought, man, you know what? I really could, maybe I could be a singer one day. And there were a couple songs on the radio that you were covering, or just some, you know, what genre, what type of song, who'd you look up to at that time?
My mom had a really eclectic taste in music, but she would play a lot of Stevie Wonder. She played a lot of Journey. The Cranberries, got Aretha Franklin. So she would play those on vinyl records, and I'd run around the house singing them, but also like Whitney Houston. And I remember my grandfather, he was a janitor in a strip mall, and there was this little tiny theater company called Value Theater in Phoenix, Arizona. Right. He was like, I want to take you on this audition. And I was not even fearful. I got up there, I sang I Will Always Love You. And I got the part. And I was 8 years old. I got the part. And I remember from that moment, like I loved every part of being on set. I loved the fog machine. I love how the set pieces moved. I loved the makeup aspect of it. Like I was just a theater kid through and through. So yeah, I grew up on Motown, went into theater, came back to R&B pop. And, you know, then ironically enough, what got me into the top 16 was Papa Was a Rolling Stone. So I took it all the way back to my roots.
Oh, wow. Nice. Bro, could you give us a little Rolling Stone before we go?
Okay. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. There you go.
Oh, man. So good, Sue. You know what pisses me off? The guy,
he's good looking.
He's good looking. He's
talented.
He's built. He's talented. That's
all of it.
Hey, but you know what? You know what, Scott? You have 7 Emmys, which I have always wanted an Emmy. So, you know, you guys have Emmys, and I don't have one. So that's one thing you have that I don't. Okay,
bro. 7 Emmys doesn't get you ripped abs. I can tell you that.
I'll tell you what. Right now, I'd rather have the Emmy than the abs, because the abs come and they go. The Emmy sticks with you.
I hear you, brother. Listen,
well,
Dave,
you're on your way to getting an
Thank
Emmy,
you so much, man. How long are you still in Naked Boys Singing off Broadway?
Yeah, Saturday is my last show, and then I fly back to Los Angeles, and then the touring starts. But you can see where all that's at officialdavidhernandez.com or Instagram and Twitter, which is @DHernandezMusic. So,
and also your EP and everything is out right now, David Hernandez.
Oh yeah, that one's called "Don't At Me," and it's on all digital platforms. And the single "When It Rains It Pours" is on YouTube. But you can just go to my YouTube channel. You can see all my songs and stuff like that. It's all fun stuff.
David Hernandez, ladies and Dave, thank you, my friend. You know, just keep doing it, man. You got a lot ahead of you, my brother. You're very talented.
Thank you.
You're getting better looking, I guess, as you get older. But
thank you.
Keep doing it, man. Very talented guy, and you know, we love to see it, man. Anytime you need something to promote, come back on with us. All right.
I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. You guys have a great day.
Thank you very much.
All right, buddy.
What a great guy.
Yeah. Wow. So talented.
Talented, smart, funny, humble.
Yeah.
I mean, hits all the check marks. I mean, you just, you know, and the fact that I guess we have to go see that show because
Naked Boys Singing.
Naked Boys Singing.
It's been around
like
for
a very
while.
Interesting thing for us to do.
You know what? If you and I were sitting in the front row of Naked Boys Singing, You'd be wheezing the whole time
I'd be
because
like-
I'd be like,
No,
Sook,
'cause you would be
Suki,
making
what's
silly-
happening, Sook?
You'd be making silly faces like, what's going on? Hold me tight. Hold me tight. They're
Suki,
singing.
What's happening, Sook? There's a lot of naked men in front of
I
me.
mean, but you guys go in locker rooms. Can I just ask, men are in locker rooms. They're naked. They're showering.
That's different.
Okay.
Nobody's singing. You know what I mean?
No
it's
one
not a
sings in
group
the
of guys.
shower?
It's not a group of guys singing at the same time.
Okay.
That
They're just showering.
Yeah, they're just showering.
Okay.
Maybe whistling, but not singing.
Okay. Whistling. I don't
Some
even know
guys
what that means.
Some guys whistle in the shower.
All right, okay.
I don't know if they
Some
necessarily
people sing. I sing in the shower.
You
just so you
do?
know. Of course.
What's your favorite song to
Who
sing in the
doesn't think
shower?
that they're
Sook?
like Whitney Houston in the shower.
What do you go with the echo while the water's going?
Whatever
Come on,
song
give me
I
something.
want to.
Give me
Whatever.
something. Like
I sing
what?
a lot of songs. You hear
Like-
them.
Like what?
You sing
Give me one.
any song that I want
You
to sing.
just turned on the shower. You're going in.
It's getting hot,
You're soaping up.
I wanna
You got
know
the
what song.
music on. What song you
I
going
don't
with?
know. I sing a lot
do you
of
like?
Linda Ronstadt.
Give me a little Linda Ronstadt. Go ahead.
Or I don't know. What do I sing? I don't know. Whatever. Little Bee Gees.
Give me a little Bee Gees.
I don't know.
When
like,
you rise in the morning
just saying,
sun, I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wonder why I feel,
I want to feel you in my arms again.
Nice.
I don't
Suki.
know if those were the words, but
Yeah, it's close enough.
close enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue on here on this fine program. Mia Asano coming
Mia's like, please stop singing.
like, Jesus, I got to follow this.
Oh, God. Let me
Mia's
take my violin out.
Mia's coming up in just a second. But first, here's a quick word from our good friends at Barish and McGarry. Watch. Hey, everybody, it's your pal Suki and Scott here with a very important message from our friends at the law firm of Barish and McGarry.
Did you live, work, or go to school in Lower Manhattan below Canal Street, either on 9/11 or in the 8 months after?
If you did, you need to contact Barish and McGarry at 911deadline.com. I know several people who did, and they are very happy right now.
And you too may be eligible for free lifetime health care as well as an award from the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund.
Suk, let's say it again. Free lifetime health care. Our government created these programs for everyone who was breathing in all that toxic dust.
But you see, a lot of people aren't enrolling because they think it's only for first responders.
Couldn't be further from the truth. The fund is also for office workers who were working downtown at the time.
Also, the 25,000 downtown residents. How about the 50,000 students and teachers who are also in the area?
And even if you're currently healthy, you can get in touch with Barish and McGarry at 911deadline.com. They're the lawyers for the 9/11 community.
It's 911deadline.com.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We love Barish and McGarry.
Yeah,
They're the real deal, Suk.
And they do incredible things to help people during a very troubled time.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's just worth a phone call because they have helped so many people who have been suffering and those who haven't, just to get on the registry to have free health care. That is a big
Free health
thing.
care for life.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, 9/11 was 22 22 years ago. And there are people just now
It's history.
who are feeling the effects and
Yep.
becoming sick from 9/11. You call our friends at Barish and McGarry. They will help you get the compensation you need and free health care
Yeah.
for life. And it's totally worth the
It's
call.
worth a free phone call, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, promised you some amazing talent on this fine program. And I wasn't just talking about Suki and I. Mia Asano is an electric violinist.
Talented.
Suk, it doesn't even matter. With
Berklee School of Music.
Pop, rock,
Travel
classic.
the world.
Yeah. Bluegrass. She does it all. And she's taken time out of her busy touring schedule to join us here today. And here's a little bit of Mia, and then we'll bring her in on the other side. Watch this.
is. Like, how does that one do that, Mia? You make it look so easy.
It was okay, Mia. I do that all the time.
Yeah,
Mia,
I'm sure. I'm trying to get as
when
good
you
as you.
when you were playing, I said to Suki, I can't even air violin as quick as you're going. So great. Great to have you on the show, young lady.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Suk,
where do we start with Mia?
You know what? I've been watching Mia's Instagram, and I think I was introduced to Mia on Instagram through somebody else who posted her from WWE because she was playing one of the WWE Superstars intro music, which is violin. A guy by the name of Shinsuke Nakamura. And then I started looking at some of her stuff, and I was like, oh my God, this girl is ultra talented. Not to make your head big or anything, Mia, but when did this all kick in? How young were you when you started, working on this craft?
Well, I started playing violin when I was 5. My parents sat me down. They said you could play violin, piano, or guitar, and I chose violin.
Wow.
And thank goodness I chose violin because here we are. And so I was pursuing classical music. I studied classically pretty intensively for like 16 years. Around the age of 13, I discovered electric violin, and I saw this video of a woman named Vanessa May playing like this classical piece of music gone rock to this crowd of people. And I was like, that's to do for the rest of my life. And now at every show I play that exact song. It's called Storm by Vivaldi, but like with like a rock backing track. I play it at every single gig to try and like live out my 13-year-old dream. Yep, there it is on tour.
Watch me impress her with my classical music. I also very big fan of Vivaldi. Mia, Seasons was a big song of mine that I learned in college, right?
Yeah.
See, Vivaldi. There you go, Sue. Music appreciation class.
Music appreciation class turned out really well for him, Mia.
Yeah.
We have to tell everybody that she was really, when you are 5 years old, you pick up your instrument.
Oh my God.
I mean, you are way above the curve. You're like on genius level.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to do what you're doing.
Something
go
tells
to Berkeley
me,
School of Music.
Berkeley School of
I mean,
I
one of
think
the best.
Whether it was guitar, piano, or whatever, she would have been just as good.
A superstar in anything.
Yeah.
You kind of look like a superhero in that picture.
Thank you. That's a cover of the Power Rangers theme song that I had go super viral. And so that's the cover art for that.
Isn't that wild?
Okay, so is this the one that you got 10 million views on?
No, the one I got 10 million views on was literally like a week after I started posting on TikTok. I was feeling really lost during the pandemic, as a lot of us were, and I was feeling a lot of imposter syndrome. I was trying to graduate from college, and I was really kind of questioning why I was doing music. I found out later, I realized it's because I hadn't been playing music that I loved in a really long time. So in an effort to kind of reignite my love for it, I started secretly posting videos on the internet of like pop, rock, electronic, Celtic music that I loved. And so within 3 days of posting, I did a cover of Roses by St. John. There's me with Dragon Force. That's another song that I covered on the internet, playing with them in real life. And within 24 hours, that first video just blew up, and I woke up the next morning with 100,000 followers, and the rest is history. And now here we are.
That's amazing.
I mean, you're talking about imposter syndrome. There's nothing imposter about you under the lights playing playing violin like that.
Thank you. I gained a lot of confidence over the last couple of years. Like when I started out, I was so insecure, and now I'm very confident in what I do. And I've worked really hard to get to where I'm at with the specific type of music that I do. But I had to accept myself for who I am as an artist instead of trying to be someone that I'm not.
Oh, honey, you are amazing. And I'm so glad that you're on that journey because you're kicking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Look at how cute you are. It's ridiculous.
Mia, do me a favor. Do me a favor for about 30 seconds, and I'll take the clip and introduce all our WWE fans. I just give me a little of that Shinsuke Nakamura intro, and they will go nuts for it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So this is one of the most popular intros in WWE right here.
Wow, she's having so much fun.
Yeah, so easy. So easy.
So easy.
Oh.
Play something for us that you want to share with our viewers. Anything that you want to do.
Give me a little Devil Went Down to Georgia, Mia. Come on, let's do it.
Okay. The devil went down to Georgia.
Amazing.
He was looking for a soul to steal.
I love it. I love it.
So good.
I feel like she has to do Vivaldi or something to
yeah, you want to
educate.
the song that you mentioned from Vivaldi that you said you always do. You want to play a little of that one?
Yeah, that's actually, it's from the Four Seasons. So here's the part that you probably know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then here's the one that I do. I like to say that this is from the hard movement. It's called Storm.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what's I don't know what's more enticing, your smile because you're having such a good time doing this to share your craft with all of us, or is it just, you know, and the sheer talent behind you? My God.
And I noticed you were just recently on like a little road trip tour with a friend of yours who does like she's a bagpiper, right? And I mean, you guys are banging out like Led Zeppelin tunes, and it's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, that's Allie, Allie the Piper, and she.
Oh, we just lost her. Come back to us, Jeff. I guess she must have hit something and she went out.
She went out. She'll come back.
I love that.
Allie the Piper.
Yeah.
Do we have a little bit of any?
Oh, wait,
there she is. She's back.
She's back. We'll put her back in.
All right, get back to the story again. Okay, get back. No, don't worry about it.
Tell us about you and Allie.
Oh yeah, so Allie the Piper, one of my closest friends, and also we met through the internet. We met on TikTok, and both of us were kind of just fans of each other. And then she came through Boston actually to do a WWE interview or something, and she reached out to me. This was over a year ago. She was like, "Hey, do you want to meet up and make some music together?" And we became really good friends. And then we started making videos together, and people just loved us together because we have this very special dynamic when we play. Like we connect so well. Oh, those are some of my other friends. But yeah, so Allie and I decided to go on tour together, and we just completed it, and it was a huge success. And we're really grateful to everyone that supported us for that.
Oh, it's.
So when you were trying to redevelop your passion for music, what was it that reignited it? Like what genre of music? How did you kind of fit the pieces of the puzzle back together again for you?
Yeah, at school, I was pursuing classical music and jazz. And those are really good for me to grow as a musician, like technically, but the kind of stuff that makes me really happy is like rock and metal and Celtic music. So actually part of my journey online was kind of like allowing myself to start playing like especially Celtic music that I thought was like a secret passion. Turns out a lot of people are really supportive of me playing that style of music. So I also do a lot of like Celtic rock. So Allie and I just released Shipping Up to Boston, like a cover of that together, but like a bagpipe electric violin version. And that's kind of paying homage to all these styles that I really love.
It's so cool. You got to watch these guys on Instagram. They're so talented together. And Allie by herself, I saw her doing a Zeppelin tune with the bagpipes. I was blown away. Can you, give us a little sample of that, the Celtic sound that you love?
Yeah, it's quite different. I really bounce around genres a lot, but this was a little tune we played at all of our shows. It's called David's Jig.
I love it.
Nice. It's like that. It's like Lord of the Dance.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right? Yeah.
Celtic music, right?
Absolutely.
You must be a hit on St. Patrick's Day, that's for sure. Let me just tell you that. You must be booked all the way through.
Yep, and especially living in Boston, that's like the biggest holiday here. So that's why we released Shipping Up to Boston.
Really?
I love Boston. It's the biggest holiday.
Yeah, it's right. No beer going on there.
I love it.
Mia, everybody, you know, Suk, you know Trans-Siberian Orchestra, right?
I love the Trans.
Always big at the holidays. Tell us about the contest that you won with this Trans-Siberian Orchestra play along.
Oh my gosh, this was during the pandemic, but it was before any of my social media stuff blew up. So it was really like I'd started learning how to edit videos, how to mix audio. Just kind of, I was so bored during the pandemic, I had nothing else to do. And I was like, this is a good opportunity to get better at this. So I saw that the TSO was holding a play along contest for their song called Siberian Sleigh Ride. So I made this video, like I went way overboard and I filmed like 13 videos of me and like put them all together on the screen. And then I ended up winning the best violin category. And I actually have it right here. The prize for winning best violin is they sent me an electric guitar.
Whoa!
That's
great.
So there it is. I don't know how to play it, but I do keep it in my studio and I look at it every day. And that was the first time I really started doing the video thing.
That is great. You want to give us a little bit of that, what you played?
Oh,
do you remember it?
I don't even remember how it goes.
All right, don't worry. I thought if you knew. I'm so entertained by this.
I can't remember what I did yesterday, and you just pulled up something like an actual piece of music.
Yeah.
Like that.
And you know what else? You know what, Mia, you know what I love as an American Idol judge today? No, I love like when you're playing and you give that smile that Suki, it's almost like you give that smile like, yeah, I got this, brother.
It's a 1,000-watt smile.
Yeah,
like, honestly, it's infectious.
Well, Suk, listen, I gave Mia a little project.
Okay.
I asked Mia to come up with like 5 songs for about 15 seconds each for you and I to play Name That Tune.
Oh my gosh.
Now, hopefully there's songs we know. If we don't know it, we'll both look like fools anyway, but that never stopped us.
Okay, that never stops us.
So here we're gonna go a little, it's Name That Electric Violin. You don't, we'll work together to see if we agree. It's not you against me. Name That Electric Violin. And we'll see if I think we're gonna go maybe 2 out of 5.
Okay,
let's
do
I'll be conservative. All right, here we go. All right, Mia, go ahead. You're the host now. You're the host.
Okay, welcome to my show, everyone. I picked songs that hopefully you'll know. I play these like I get hired to do like weddings and corporate parties. These are like the ones that are in request. So
yeah, for the elderly folks, for the elderly, yeah.
If you don't know these, that's okay.
Here we go.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Taylor Swift.
Shake it off.
Nailed it.
There we go.
That's okay. You guys
let's let her play. We'll give her the 15 seconds and then we'll yell it out.
Okay.
I want to hear the playing. I love it.
Aw, I turned my violin on. That helps. Okay, here's the next one.
Harry Styles, right?
No,
wait. The Weeknd. Oh, damn.
He only knows 2 people. Harry Styles.
I thought Harry Styles.
No, it's The Weeknd.
Yeah, this is The Weeknd.
You're right. No, I knew that. I got confused because we were singing Harry the other day, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. 3 more to go.
Yeah. How about this one?
We're 2 for 2, by the way. I'll say Adam Levine.
No, Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Move like Jagger.
Oh, but isn't
Move
it?
like
Isn't
Jagger.
it Adam Levine?
I want it all.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
taking her
Wait,
home.
Adam Levine? That doesn't.
No, he's Maroon 5.
Oh, come on. He sings that when he's
part
by
of a band.
himself. Go ahead. All right.
Technically, you're both right.
Yeah.
You've got so far.
All right, we got two more to go, Suk. Two more.
Yep.
The crowd going crazy right now. I know the song. I can't remember who it was.
I remember when.
I remember when.
I remember when I
lost my mind. Who is it?
Come on.
Who is it? I can't think, Suki.
Maybe because I can't.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens,
I know
Suki.
the song and I know his face.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
He's a little.
Lauren, you know that one?
Yeah, he's a little.
Oh, Al Green?
No, it's not Al Green.
Oh, CeeLo Green. CeeLo Green.
CeeLo.
Yeah.
You went to Al Green. No, Al Green.
Al Green.
Yeah.
Al Green. That's like 1960.
1960 something.
Wow.
Mia would not know that.
CeeLo Green. All right, last one.
CeeLo.
Okay, last one.
Here we go. So
The Joe Bros.
Cake by the Ocean?
Cake by the Ocean.
Is that Joe Bros?
Yeah. Jonas Brothers.
Right? Jonas Brothers, right?
It's not the Jonas Brothers. It's
No, it's one of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's Joe Jonas.
Todd Jonas.
Yes.
No, Mickey Jonas.
Paul Jonas.
Paul Jonas? Davy Jonas? No, wait. Hold on. You got Joe Jonas.
The one that's married to the girl
Priyanka?
from that. No, not Priyanka.
That's Joe Jonas.
That's John Jonas.
No, that's Joe Jonas.
No,
Is Priyanka
Joe Jonas
Chopra.
is the one
No,
that's
that's
married
Nick
to the girl from
Jonas.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas, the Game of
but
Thrones
Joe
guy.
Jonas-
So who sang Cake by the Ocean?
The guy that's married to the Game of Thrones girl.
Yeah, Joe
Is-
Jonas.
Joe Jonas. Joe Jonas.
Oh, it is Joe Jonas.
Yeah.
So we went in
And
full
what's the
circle.
other Jonas brother, the eldest one?
Kevin?
Kevin Jonas.
Thank you.
Is
Look
he
at
with-
Mia. Mia's like.
Is he with Priyanka Chopra?
No,
No,
Nick
Nick is
Jonas
with
is married to Priyanka.
Oh, right. Priyanka.
I'll need to make you
He's
guys a
cool.
diagram.
Yeah. We got to get our Jonas brothers.
I always
down,
get the
Siggy.
Kevin
Who's Paul?
Jonas, the Kevin
Is there a cousin Paul Jonas?
Cousin Paul. Dad's name might be Paul.
Oh my God. Carnegie Hall, huh?
Yeah.
You
That was
been?
a while ago.
How insane was that?
It was life-changing. It was such a special moment. Because again, I have a whole classical background in violin. So I played there with an orchestra, and I was in high school, and we got to tour a little bit, and we went and played at Carnegie Hall twice, actually. And it was a really special moment.
I just love it. I feel like Mia, you're going to be doing music for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
It's in your blood. It's in your passion.
She's gonna be a zillionaire. She's gonna be a
You've
zillionaire.
you've toured all of Europe, right? You've done Vienna, Austria, and Valencia, Spain.
Yeah, I lived in Spain actually for like 4 months. I was studying out there while I was in school. Berkeley has a program out there. And then with my orchestra, I was touring Prague, Vienna, and Budapest. And yeah, that's my senior recital from Berkeley, the last poster you showed. But then the first image you showed was my senior recital from high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and for both of them, I treated them like a regular concert that people could go to, so people bought tickets. The high school one was crazy because I was also in both opening bands, and then I was headlining with the Mia Asano band. And then for my college senior recital, it was just the debut Mia Asano shows, and both of them sold out, and Ali came and was a special guest, and I was really, really grateful for that, and it kind of helped launch the tour.
That's so cool. Mia, listen, when you're in the New York area, you got to come in and play with us in the studio. That'd be amazing.
We'd love it.
That'd be amazing.
Where can people find you online? Because I mean, I know where to find you because I love listening. But where could other folks find you online to watch you do your thing?
I'm all over social media. So my username is Mia Asano Music on all platforms. You can also go to my website, miaasano.com, or look me up on streaming services like Spotify or Apple Music. It's just Mia Asano. I have a lot of longer form videos on YouTube. I have full length covers on Spotify. And then, of course, the short form videos that you know and love all over TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, sort of Reddit, just wherever you find your videos.
Wherever fine books are sold, Suki. Before you go, give us like one really cool, whatever rock cover, like a, Zeppelin or whatever it is that you love to do. Give us a like 30 seconds of a cool rock cover. Take us out.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Jesus. That is unbelievable.
And that has got to be one of the coolest electric violins I've seen.
So
I love it, how
cool.
it's strapped onto you. That's cool.
If like Mia was my daughter, I'd be like, dude, you need to play.
I think you did well. I'd be like,
I'd be like,
you could write a book on parenting.
You need to play for me before we let you eat dinner. You need to play before we go to the movies. You need.
Very
God,
talented.
so talented. Mia, thank you so much. Blown away by the talent.
Your
really.
parents should be so proud of you. I mean, you should be proud of yourself, but God, as a parent, my gosh.
Yeah.
Scott and I have a little
like,
envy.
what have our kids
we
do?
have a little
what
envy.
do our kids do, Suki?
Nothing.
My
Nothing.
daughter doesn't even want to go to dance half the time.
Doesn't want to do anything. And look at you, Mia, taking your passions to new heights.
Thank you both. I appreciate you guys.
Mia, we love. Listen, anytime you come out with some new stuff you want to promote, anytime you let us know, okay?
I appreciate that. I'd love to see you guys.
And listen, tell that Allie friend of yours we want her on to play some bagpipes.
Yeah, I'll let her know. I'm sure. I think your show definitely could use some bagpipes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, young lady.
Cool.
Pleasure. Have such a great spring and summer, and just enjoy.
And
too.
You're going to be on. You're going to be on doing some amazing things.
Wait, Jeff, bring her back. Hold on.
Bring her back so we can say a proper goodbye to Mia. Mia, thank you so much for being on the show.
She'll be on Fallon one of these days, right?
She's going to be on Fallon. She's going to be on all the talk shows.
God.
You could just see it happening. All of it.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Mia. Take care, young lady.
Keep up the hard work. You are a rock star.
That's great.
You are a rock star.
Bye-bye. So good, Suk. So good. I could literally, impressionists, the musician, I could sit here and just sit back and listen all day.
Because we've done really quite nothing with our lives. I mean, really, that's kind of the bottom line.
Yeah, Suk. See, again, did you see how she said when she was little, her parents said violin, guitar, or piano, pick one, you're going to play it. I had two of them, Suki. I left them both in the dust. And now here I am. Here I am.
You're doing all right, my friend.
But if I would have been a big celebrity on the guitar, I would have never met you.
You would have doing all right. You're doing all right.
I could have bought you flowers.
Flowers.
No, now it's I can buy my own flowers. Take your friggin' flowers back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us again. What a great show. David Hernandez, Mia Asano.
All of the above.
Yeah, all the above. Everything was great. More great guests coming up. And hold on. You know what? I got to do the old add Philly kid in here because
let's put a little Phil in here.
I want to leave
for all our
everybody
friends,
with
because we miss him.
So we do a little. I got to do it this way because it was too big a file and it doesn't let you put it in.
Okay.
So I'm just going to grab Phil. Give me 1 sec, everybody. Don't
rush
me.
He's grabbing him.
Don't rush me, Suki.
I'm not rushing.
Here we go. Fill in show. Everybody, thank you again. Tell your friends about the show. Got a lot of good things happening. We're going to have some more announcements coming out soon. Here's Philly Kid to take us home. And
Phil, bye, everybody.
Oh, how you sparkle. Oh, how you shine. The flush on your cheeks is more than the wine. And he must do something that I didn't do. Whatever he's doing, it looks good on you. You look so good in love. You want him, it's easy to see. You look so good in love. I wish you still wanted me. He must have stolen some stars from the sky and gave them to you to wear in your eyes. I had my chances, but I set you free. And now I wonder why I couldn't see. You look so good in love. You want him, it's easy to see. You look so good in love. I wish you still wanted me. Darling, I've wasted a lot of years not seeing the real you. But tonight, your beauty is shining through. And I never took the time to let you know. So before he takes you away, please just let me say, you look so good in love. You want him, it's easy to see. You look so good in love. I wish you still wanted me. You look so good in love. You want him, it's easy to see. You look so good in love. I wish you still want